try to just sum it up. For the past 13 years or so, which I mean would probably be since what, 2008 or so. Yeah,
13
so
years.
about 13 years
Yeah.
now. Brittney Spears has had her estate and her money and everything controlled by, I guess it's been bouncing back between her father, who was like her manager, and this other guy who was the court appointed to be in charge of everything. Um, so I guess what's happening now with the situation is that she's better, and she feels that she's in the right state of mind, and she should be given back control of all her things and her estates and her money and all that. And basically, she had a court date for it the other day, or a court hearing, and one of a couple, and she gave her story and explained and said, all these things like she's been forced to have an IUD placed in her to avoid her from getting pregnant and having kids and all this other controlling stuff. So especially as guys that are musicians and looking to be, whether independently or under a label, eventually professional with it, like, how do y'all feel? Because this to me is like a not contract, because obviously Britney's contract didn't start out like this. This happened because in 2008 she had that meltdown or whatever, so that's when things got out of control. She lost her kids and all that. Kevin Federline was given full custody. So what y'all think? I'm starting with you, Clay, first. Like, how you think this is being handled right now, and do you think that it's time they give Britney back her freedom? I guess.
Real quick, Clay, move over to your left a little
as far
bit, because you had to like cameras
to
on
my left, right?
Yeah. Should be a little better right there.
Am I good now? All right.
A little bit better. Yeah.
All right. So yeah, as far as like how I feel about it, man, like she definitely been fighting with this issue for, like you said, 13 years now. It's been a long time. Now we've seen her go through a lot of different things, like as far as her shaving her head, going through her issues with her baby father and things like that, which we don't know the full story, but from all I've been hearing as of recently, especially the last couple years, maybe even 3 years, is how much she has been trying to prove that she's in a better state of mind and can handle her shit, which I feel like any grown woman, regardless if they're going through a midlife crisis, PTSD, whatever,
right,
I feel like should have control of their own actions. I mean, regardless of the fact of how much.
I mean, she's in control of her actions. She ain't locked up or nothing. Niggas just got her money. She's not in control of her money.
No, I know. I know. I just feel like when you don't got control of your money, you can't. There's only so much you can do when you don't got your own money in your hands. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like that's a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It's just
that's true.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So I just feel like she definitely deserves to have this full freedom. I mean, I've seen how she's been like looking, and she just, I don't know if you've seen videos of her, like what she be doing on Instagram, but she looked like she going stir crazy. It looked like she just be in the crib all day, every day, just like trying to find ways to entertain herself and keep the world entertained at the same time. And it's just like, she's just moving, but same time though, like, I don't know. She definitely deserves to have everything back though, for a fact.
Right.
So I'm saying though, like the judge is keeping everything away from her until they feel she's stable.
Well, yeah, it seems like that's the situation, but also, and this is the part where the thing I don't like, it seems like her own sanity or state of mind or the judgment of it is not even up to her. It seems like the very people that they're asking if she's sane enough is the people that have control of her money. So obviously they're not gonna be like, yeah, she's good, give her back all this money. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's what I was thinking, because like, if it's up to like a judge or something like that,
ultimately in the end, it is going to be up to a judge. That's why they're having case. So yeah, it's
so that's the thing. If she's going in and she not passing the crazy test or whatever kind of test they giving her, like, then
and
you know what I'm
right,
saying?
which
like,
is where
that's what it is. You can't really get your rights back because you kind of like, you're not mentally crazy. There. You feel me?
And that's where I like, for example, what Clay just said. I don't have her on Instagram. I don't follow her. I haven't seen anything on her Instagram other than certain things. But if you're even on your Instagram and you're seeming, even to someone who's clearly saying, like Clay, like you said, you're acting stir crazy, which I mean, that is, stir crazy does not mean you're crazy. It just means you feel kind of trapped in and you don't know what, you know what I'm saying? That happens to all of us. But you got to understand, if you're in a certain situation where you're going to be judged off of anything you do, especially publicly, and you're already being put in this block or this you know, this thing of like, okay, you're crazy. If I was her, I wouldn't even be on no social media, dog. Like I wouldn't even be saying, especially nothing personal. I don't know if she talks about the situation or whatever, but I wouldn't be talking about that. I wouldn't want to show myself because my opinion is right. Like, yes, right now, especially 13 years later, give this woman her stuff, right? She worked very hard. We all know because we came up in that era, so we know what Britney Spears and them niggas in NSYNC and all that meant to that era and how hard they worked. So yeah, right now I feel like she deserves her shit. But it needs to be understood there's a reason why she even got into this situation. You get what I'm saying? Because think about how much, not only just celebrities, but people that are rich and wealthy, even more famous and rich and wealthy than Britney Spears, and was able to not get into this situation.
That's facts.
In my opinion, that's your responsibility. The fact that now 13 years later, to your own family, you have to now prove, and to a judge in a court of people, that you're saying you shouldn't have gotten into that situation. Like, come on, bro. I remember back in 2008 seeing the videos of her with an umbrella in her hand, bald-headed for some reason, hitting paparazzi and shoving her umbrella in the car.
She was always bugging out.
There's plenty of people that have handled fame and everything that came with it, the good and the bad, way better than that. Especially not publicly. You get what I'm saying? Like, so.
But I ain't gonna lie though, her family definitely is abusing it though. Because like, I'm hearing today, I heard today that even Jamie Lynn, you know, who was a growing superstar, like I ain't gonna say superstar, but a growing star herself with the show, and then went ahead and ended up having a baby really early in her career. Apparently, she is reaping the benefits of Britney's financial
nigga, of course she is, dude. If you're talking about people, it's very simple. Anybody who had a certain age, you can even look at, if you look up, you remember that era, the NSYNC era, when they did the whole puppet thing and No Strings Attached. They're probably best-selling album, one of the best top albums of 2000 or 2001. You look up the story that happened with them niggas with that. It was basically the dude, their manager, just like Britney Spears and people very close to them in their lives they almost were in the same situation. People were extorting them for money, not giving them the full money they were supposed to be getting for the shows and things they were doing, and they had no control. Granted, like I said, to a certain extent, this is some of these people's fault because they should have been more paying attention to their documents and stuff like that before people could even take these liberties away from them.
True.
But at the same time, it's like you said, like, the simple fact that your family itself is the people doing this to you is crazy. And, you know, like they're saying here in the chat that, you know, the people that are in control of her funds must be something, there must be something that makes them feel that she's not fit. That I do not agree with, because just like I stated before, if somebody in your family has control, and I'm pretty sure the Brittney estate has got to be worth millions, close to maybe even billions, you think whether family or not, especially if they don't even fuck with you like that, you think they're going to honestly look at a judge and say, yeah, she's good. Give her back all this money that we're in control. They're not going to do that. Even if she's completely sane and she's shown, they're not going to do that. And if you look at Britney Spears' history, her family already has a history of screwing her over, and she's got
that's what I'm saying.
Her
so
dad.
They never going to do that. That's why, like, she'd have to stand in front of a judge or do, you know what I'm saying, fight for it. But if she's going in front of the judge, unless her family got power like that and like telling the judge like, hey, listen, don't ever, you know what I'm saying, let her free or let her loose.
That's a whole other thing. That's
That's what I'm saying. Like, unless her family's on something like that, you know what I'm saying, if she's really not passing it, then, you know what I'm saying, she ain't passing it. You feel me? But like, it is messed up. Like, if her family should be a little more lenient, you feel me? If like, because, you know what I'm saying, maybe she's not fully mentally there, but maybe she's like close, you know what I'm saying?
Even so, I feel like even if she ain't fully mentally there, at this point, give the bitch her money. Give the woman her money. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've seen pictures of her recently. She's a grown woman. You know what I mean? That she's not even like a kid no more. Like, not to say she was a kid back in '08 when this happened, but
and I ain't gonna lie, she looks a lot better than she has.
She definitely don't even look crazy. Like, she don't even look crazy right now.
Yeah, she looks completely fine. Yeah,
maybe she just got to fight for it and get out. You know what I'm saying? Get their hands.
Yeah, that's the only thing. But
cut from
yeah, and that's like the Casey just said in this thing. A lot of them celebrities back then were, especially back then. Because you gotta remember, this is before niggas had social media and
they know what to do. They didn't know what they was doing. They just was
so there's a lot of shit happening behind closed doors.
Yeah, boy, I can only imagine. Because even today, to an extent, that shit happens. So you can only imagine how back then, how intense it must have been. Like, So to that extent, I do feel sorry for her.
Yeah.
And boy, oh boy, like I said, just like I would say Beyonce, Jennifer Lopez, Britney Spears worked her ass off because she wasn't one of them people that was just, I'm just a singer. I'm gonna just get behind this mic and give you some bars or whatever. She was performing, dancing, choreographing, doing all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
she was one of them singers you see her on the ceiling and all that. So if you, I can only imagine what it feels like to have worked that hard and to be an adult now, knowing all this money is supposed to be yours, and you watching rappers on YouTube with money just spreading it. Like,
yo, chill.
I need my money. Like, so
what the fuck?
Yeah, man.
Give
Brittney her money. I feel like, you know what I mean, she got herself into the situation, but you get that lady money now. It ain't that deep.